Hi everyone, today I'm going to walk you through how to clean the screens and possibly replace a TMV on an EVO system. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the receptacle. So I'm going to tilt down the receptacle. I'm going to push in and up gently to fully free it. Now, you can leave the receptacle here, but for ease of access, I'm going to actually disconnect all the tubing and harnesses so I can get really good access to the TMV here. Going to move these harnesses out of the way. Same thing with these tubes. Now, to remove the screens on the TMV, first thing you're going to want to do is make sure your water is off. If the water is turned on when you loosen these two union nuts, water will just start pouring out of the machine. So I've already ensured the water to this system is disconnected, and now I'm going to take a pair of channel locks and disconnect these two union nuts. Now, when the union nut comes off, we can see that the screen for the TMV comes with it. Once you pull the screen out, you're going to want to inspect it to make sure that there's no debris, no sand, or anything clogging it. And once it's out, even if you can't visually see anything, I'd suggest cleaning it since it's already out of the way. So now that union nut is disconnected, I'll get this one up here. Now, same thing, take a look at this screen, make sure that there's nothing on it, and I'd suggest washing it anyways. Now, if you have both of these screens out, they both looked good, or they've both been recently washed and you're still having some issues, the next course of action would be to fully replace the TMV. So what you're going to do is loosen the third union nut back here and fully remove the central part of your TMV. So to get better access at this union nut, you can remove the plumbing clamp here by taking a screwdriver and unscrewing both the top and bottom screw. Take the top part off of our plumbing clamp. We're going to set those in a safe place. Now that our plumbing clamp is off, I can move the TMV away from the side of the machine, and I'm going to get a good access point to come in here and remove this union nut. And I'm going to make sure I don't lose this rubber washer. Now, so here I have my new TMV kit. Inside, we've got our replacement valve and all the fittings that go with it. An important thing to note is that it will come with two screens. Find that other one. So two screens and a rubber O-ring that are very important to make sure that your plumbing is leak-free. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to take my new TMV and I'm going to begin installing it. First, by putting it onto the back union nut, making sure on this one that I have that black rubber O-ring installed. So I'm going to go ahead and just tighten that by hand. And on this, you're just going to want to go about a quarter to a half turn past hand tight, just to get it tightened down, but not overly tight. Seems about right. And now when we are installing these screens, it's important to note that the direction does matter. So what you're going to want to do is have the bulging part of the screen facing away from the spring system, like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach that union nut there. And another thing to note is that I do have the hot line on top, as we noted earlier. So as you can see, the H is stamped in there. So I'll go ahead and tighten down that union nut. Lost my screen. Same thing here, just about a half turn past hand tight. Straighten that out. Same thing down here. I'm going to make sure that screen is pointing away from that check valve. And we're going to tighten that one. And one last time, just get it about a half turn past, quarter to a half turn past hand tight. Now that we've got all our plumbing reconnected, I'm going to take our plumbing clamp and reattach it, making sure that the union nut is on the back side of the clamp. And I'm going to put the top part of the clamp right over there, like so. I'm going to tighten down the two screws. Now that that's securely fastened, I can go ahead and put my system back together and we replace the TMV.